Hey everyone, and welcome to the third episode in the trading series. This episode took a little longer to get out, partly due to the fact that I got some higher tier hats in this video that take longer to sell, but also due to the fact that this will be the last episode of the series for a long while, and I wanted to fit in as many trades as possible. The reason that this will be the last episode for a while is that I'm actually going away to Marine Corps boot camp and various other trainings after that, and obviously will not have the time to play video games or make videos. That doesn't mean the series is dead forever. I do plan to resume it whenever I get back to gaming, whenever that is, but right now I just don't know when the next episode will be, so this will be the last episode of this series on my channel and the last video on my channel for a long while. With that out of the way, we can get straight into the third episode, which is an exciting one, and I hope you guys enjoy. So if you remember in the last episode, we left off with 75 keys in our backpack after selling both the Universal Translator and Strange Festive Rocket Launcher we got from the Bad Hat trade. So the first trade I got for this episode was actually really nice. Someone on my friends list messaged me and said they were selling a Frostbite Solo Toppy for 44 keys pure. The hat is priced at 42 keys on backpack.tf and at the time had buy orders for around that price. As many of you probably know, Frostbite is a very nice sought after effect, and to make things even better, this hat was clean and the only one on the market. Because my friend had said he didn't plan on trying to market the hat anytime soon, he was okay with selling only 1 or 2 keys above the buy orders. To get a one-on-one on the market Frostbite hat is really nice, even if it is a low tier sniper hat, so naturally I accept this trade and we add the Frostbite Solo Toppy to our backpack. In the next trade, we actually end up selling the Frostbite Solo Toppy. After trying to sell the Toppy for a few days, I had gotten 2 offers of 48 keys pure. The first person who offered said that they would need 2 days to get the keys into their backpack, so while I waited I continued to shop the hat. I then got another offer of 48, but this person said that they would also need time because they had to sell their hats first. So I had 2 offers for pure, but both needed time. After waiting a day, I got some bad news that the guy who first offered 48 told me he was no longer interested in the hat at all. That felt pretty bad since I had the hat for a few days at this point and now only had 1 live offer. So I messaged the other person and he said that he wasn't able to get 48 pure together, but that he could make a mixed offer which consisted of 24 keys and a Starstorm Slumber Air Dog. Now the Air Dog, while being a scout hat, isn't really great looking or sought after. With this in mind, I asked him if he could add more, but he stayed firm. At the time, the Air Dog had a single buy order of 21.7 keys and multiple sellers for 30 plus, so I thought I could at least turn it for 22 pure. With him being my only offer, I decided not to push my luck and accept the deal. So we make the trade for the Air Dog plus 24 keys, which basically adds up to be 46 keys or more depending on what I could get for the Air Dog. So in my eyes, we made a minimum of 2 keys profit, which isn't huge, especially considering that we had the hat for multiple days, but profit is profit, and sometimes you just need to move on from a hat that isn't selling for whatever reason. For the next trade, I just end up selling the Air Dog for pure. I had tried to get offers to 23 plus keys for the dog, but I soon found out that the 1 buy order really turned a lot of people away from the hat. For the simple fact that if the buy order disappeared, the next highest ones were at 13 keys, essentially plummeting the hat's value. So after desperately searching for a quick buyer that would be interested in this hat, I found someone on a trade server who said they were looking to buy hats with nice effects or effects that they liked. So I showed them the Air Dog, and apparently the effect looked nice enough for them because they eventually said they could do 22 keys, which I was more than happy to take considering that there weren't many other people interested. Just to make a quick update here guys, I'm currently looking at the Air Dog buy order 6 days later, and the buy order for the Air Dog that was at 21.7 keys when I bought it is no longer here. Which basically means that accepting the Air Dog deal was extremely risky, and I got lucky that I was able to find someone to buy it and that the buy order didn't go away while I had it. Even though I wanted to get content for this video, I should have been more patient with the Toppy, and especially because it was such a great hat. So next time you make a trade with the buy orders looking a little sketchy, just make sure you weigh the risk versus the reward. Alright, so the next trade is the biggest deal I've ever done in TF2 trading by far. So I advertise on a trade server that I'm buying unusual hats with 75 keys, and this guy trades me saying that he is selling some hats. He puts his hats in the trade, and immediately I noticed that one of them was a strange Miami Nights Starboard Crusader, which I not only like because it's a reference to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but because it looks really good and is a super rare hat. I asked him how much for it, and he says that he was looking to sell his hats for pure to afford an NG Unusual, and that he would take 33 keys for it. Guys, the buy orders at the time were at 31 keys for the unique Miami Nights Starboard Crusader, and this one was strange. So usually I would just instantly accept this deal, but since he seemed so disinterested in the hat, I asked him if he could do 32, just because why not, and he said sure, that works. So we made the trade, and I added a popular unusual to my backpack that has only 16 sellers total across all effects, So needless to say, this was a great deal, and I was so happy after I put on my Jotaro costume in real life and started dancing. Alright guys, so my plan was to just end the episode here. Since the starboard was such a nice unusual, I was just going to list it for 60 plus keys while I was away and have someone check my account every week just to bump the trade and look at trade offers. That was the plan at least, until someone added me saying that they would pay 45 keys pure for the hat. Now that is already a great offer and 13 more keys than I paid for the hat, but since I already planned on leaving it up while I was away, I told him that I would need a little more if I was going to sell it now. Not to mention I had already bought an Australian minigun and a Zard Platinum to go with the Jotaro hat. He told me that he could do 50 keys, but not too much more, and I decided that that offer was just too good to pass up, and we do make the trade, putting me up 18 keys, by far the most amount of profit I've ever made on just one trade. Hey guys, so after that big trade with the Starboard Crusader, we should currently be at 93 keys pure, because 75 plus 18 is 93 obviously, but after going through my backpack history, it seems like a key has gone missing. Don't ask me why, I have no idea, but we now effectively have 92 keys pure after that trade. I'm probably doing some type of math wrong, but who knows. I say effectively 92 keys because I'm counting the Australian minigun as pure, so just wanted to update you guys on that, and let's get into the next one. In our next trade, I'm just searching the backpack.tf classifieds for hats with high tier effects such as Death at Dusk, Morning Glory, Time Work, etc. And I come upon a Dr. Sack, a Morning Glory Dr. Sack to be precise, and it was listed for 35 keys pure, just one key above the buy orders of 34. And this time there were many buy orders for 34, so I didn't have to worry about that. This hat was 101 in existence with a super nice effect, so I swooped in and made the trade. I didn't really want to hold on to this hat for a long time because I did expect the buy orders to eventually lower, but I figured it wouldn't be too difficult to find an interested buyer, so I picked it up before anyone else could. So for our last real trade of the episode, we make another big trade. I get a trade offer for the Dr. Sack that I had listed on backpack.tf for 45 keys. Someone sent me an offer that consisted of a Cloud9 Gentleman's Gatsby for the medic, a Max's Severed Head, a Balloona hoodie, and a Spelled Medic Mist with Chromatic Corruption. If you add only the first 3 items buy orders together, it already came to 45 keys, so the Spelled Mist was just even more overpay. Obviously not too much to think about here. This guy's clearly a medic main and wanted to make sure that he got this hat. So I didn't try to push my luck, and I just accepted the deal, happy to make 10 plus keys in profit off this hat I picked up off classifieds just hours earlier. Searching the classifieds from time to time works really well to just see what kind of deals are out there on some of the nicer hats, and you don't have to sit on a trade server reading through all the advertisements. After the trade with the Morning Glory Dr. Sack, I end up trading everything I got from that trade for pure, which would be the Cloud9 Gentleman's Gatsby, which I sold to buy orders for 19. Since there wasn't really any more room for profit because there was another seller over top for 24 keys. The Max's Severed Head, which I got 21 keys for. The Balloona hoodie, which I sold for 5 keys, and lastly the Spelled Medic Mist, which after consulting some people that knew about spells, because I surely don't, I was able to get 2 keys pure for, which I was told was a quick sell price, but I'm fine with that considering selling spelled items does take a little while, so I was just fine getting the 2 keys pure. So with all that said and done, we made 47 keys from that trade, which is a 12 key profit and a 32 key profit on the episode. Right now we effectively have 104 keys pure in our backpack, and that is what we will start with in the next episode as long as no keys disappear while I'm gone. So guys, that's all I have for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. We made a lot of big trades and made a lot of profit as well. I couldn't have asked for a better episode to end on while I'm away, and I just feel extremely lucky to have found these deals. It was actually really fun to make the series this far, and I hope you guys enjoyed these videos as much as I enjoyed making them. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on the series so far and what are some things that I could add to improve it when I return. Thanks a lot to everyone who watches these. Like if you did, dislike if you did, and I'll see you guys in the next one.